Channel of English YouTube classes, English pronunciation course, lesson 8. Today's lesson is very important. Why? Because the sound we are going to practice today is very famous in English words. Pronunciation practice. Practice your pronunciation. Enjoy pronouncing words. Let's enjoy pronouncing words together. As I said before, in the pronunciation lessons, don't bother yourself about the meaning of words. Don't have problems, because what we are interested in the pronunciation course is just how to pronounce words. That's it. So you need just to focus on the word and to see the sounds of the words, the syllables of the word, and to know how to pronounce them. That's it. You don't need to care about anything else. Let's continue. By the end of this pronunciation lesson 8, you'll have practiced and focused mainly on the pronunciation of the phonetic sound So this sound is found in many words at the beginning of the word, or when we have a word that has 2 syllables or more. So absolutely you will find the short form vowel So it is called Schwa. Schwa. The Schwa sound. Let's continue. The sound is generally found at the beginning of words and in words that have more than 1 syllable. It is called Schwa. For example, let's see these 4 words. So at the beginning of these 4 words, we have the letter A, but it is not pronounced A, and it isn't pronounced A, and it isn't pronounced O, as we've seen before in the previous lessons. So every lesson we discussed the sound and we practiced the sound. For example, in one lesson we pronounced A, and in the second one we pronounced O, and in the third one we pronounced A. But today we are going to pronounce it ago, ago, or ago, ago. The second word above, above, above. The third word alone, alone, alone. The last word aloof, aloof, aloof. So we have ago, above, alone, aloof. Let's go to the next group. The first when we have 4 words the same, it means that it's a verb. And this problem we have it with many verbs. So many verbs that starts with the letter A, so it is not pronounced A, it is not pronounced A, it is not pronounced O. So in these verbs it is pronounced and this is a problem with the students, because all the time they pronounce it A. So abuse. No, it's not abuse. It's not a abuse. So it's abuse. Abuse. And in the present simple with the third person, he, she, it, he abuses. Abuses. And in the past, he abused. And the present participle verb plus ing, abusing. Abusing. So whenever we have 4 words, remember that we are speaking about verbs. A verb. So the first verb we are practicing right now is the verb abuse. Abuses, abused, abusing. Let's continue with the next slide. So the next slide we have the 4 words. The first one is across. It's not across. It's not a. It's across. The second word, aboard. Aboard. The third word, we don't pronounce G. A man. A man. But students, they say among or among. No, it's not among. It's a man. A man. The last word is apart. Apart. Let's continue. Also, we have the verb amend. Amends. Amended. amending. Let's repeat after me. Amend, amends, amended, amending. Let's go to the next slide. The first word G also, it's not pronounced, it's alone. Some students say along, along, so alone, alone. The second word around, around. The third word attractive, attractive. The last word about, about. Some students say about, it's not about, it's about, about. Let's go to the next slide. Also we have a verb. The first verb is amuse, amuses, amused, amusing. So let's repeat after me. Amuse, amuses, amused, amusing. Let's continue. The first word is afraid, afraid. The second word array, array. The third word away, away. The last word a while, a while. So let's repeat after me. Afraid, array, away, a while. Let's go to the next slide. This verb causes problems with the students. So some students pronounce it agree. It's not agree, it's agree, 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 agrees, agrees, agreed, agreed, agreeing, agreeing. So from now on, don't pronounce it agree, pronounce it agree. Let's pronounce after me. Agree, agrees, agreed, agreeing. Let's continue. The first word is abide, abide. The second word alive, alive. The third word aside, aside. The last word arise, arise. So let's pronounce after me. Abide, abide, alive, alive, aside, aside, arise, arise. Let's go to the next slide. This verb also causes problems for the students. It's not arrive, it's arrive, arrive. The second, arrives, arrives. The third, arrived, arrived. And the last one, arriving, arriving. Let's pronounce after me. Arrive, arrive, arrives, arrives, arrived, arrived, arriving, arriving. Let's go to the next slide. Absorb, absorb, absorbs, absorbs, absorbed, absorbed, absorbing, absorbing. Let's pronounce after me. Absorb, absorb, absorbs, absorbs, absorbed, absorbed, absorbing, absorbing. Let's continue. Let's go to the next slide. Abolish, abolish, abolishes, abolishes, abolished, abolished, abolishing, abolishing. Let's repeat. Abolish, abolishes, abolished, abolishing. Let's go to the next slide. This one also causes trouble for the students. They pronounce it accept. It's not accept, 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 accepts, accepts, accepted, accepted, accepting, accepting. Let's repeat after me. Accept, accepts, accepted, accepting. Let's go to the next slide. Also, this causes trouble also for the students. They say adapt. It's not adapt, 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 adapts, adapts, adapted, adapted, adapting, adapting. Let's pronounce after me. Adapt, adapts, adapted, adapting. Let's go to the next one. Also causes trouble. They say adopt. It's adopt, adopt, adopts, adopts, adopted, adopted, adopting, adopting. Let's pronounce after me. Adopt, adopts, adopted, adopting. Let's go to the next slide. So it's not accuse, it's accuse, accuse. We don't say accuse, we say accuse, accuses, accuses, accused, accused, accusing, accusing. Let's pronounce after me. Accuse, accuse, accuses, accuses, accused, accused, accusing, accusing. Let's go to the next slide. It's not adjust. We don't say adjust. We say adjust, 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 adjusts, adjusts, adjusted, adjusted, adjusting, adjusting. Let's pronounce after me. The first one is adjust. The second word, adjusts. The third word, adjusted. The last word, adjusting. Let's continue. It's not appear, it's appear. Appear, appears, appears, appeared, appeared, appearing, appearing. Let's pronounce after me. Appear, appear, appears, appears, appeared, appeared, appearing, appearing. Let's continue. The first word, admire, admire. The second word, admires, admires. The third word, admired, admired. The last word, admiring, admiring. Let's pronounce after me. Admire, admire, admires, admires, admired, admired, admiring, admiring. Let's go to the next slide. This one causes also trouble. They say annoy. It's not annoy, it's annoy, annoy, annoys, annoys, annoyed, annoyed, annoying, annoying. Let's pronounce after me. Annoy, annoy, annoys, annoys, annoyed, annoyed, annoying, annoying. Let's go to the next slide. Adore, adore, adores, adores, adored, adored, adoring, adoring. Let's pronounce after me. Adore, adore, adores, adores, adored, adored, adoring, adoring. Let's continue. Let's go to the next slide. Advise, advise, advises, advises, advised, advised, advising, advising. Let's pronounce after me. advise, advise, advises, advises, advised, advised, advising, advising. Let's go to the next slide. Also, students, they say affect. It's not affect, it's affect, affect, affects, affects, affected, affected, affecting, affecting. So the first, let's pronounce after me. The first one, affect, affect, affects, affects, affected, affected, affecting, affecting. Let's go to the next group. Amaze, amaze, amazes, amazes, amazed, amazed, amazing, amazing. Let's pronounce after me. Amaze, amaze, amazes, amazes, amazed, amazed, amazing, amazing. Let's go to the next group. Afford, afford, affords, affords, afforded, afforded, affording, affording. Let's pronounce after me. Afford, afford, affords, affords, afforded, afforded, affording, affording. Let's go to the next group. Allow, allow, allows, allows, allowed, allowed, allowing, allowing. Let's repeat after me. Allow, allow, allows, allows, allowed, allowed, allowing, allowing. Let's go to the next. Apply, apply, applies, applies, applied, applied, applying, applying. Let's pronounce after me. Apply, apply, applies, applies, applied, applied, applying, applying. Let's go to the next group. Assume, assume, assumes, assumes, assumed, assumed, assuming, assuming. Let's pronounce after me. Assume, assume, assumes, assumes, assumed, assumed, assuming, assuming. Let's go to the next slide. Appoint, appoint, appoints, appoints, appointed, appointed, appointing, appointing. Let's pronounce after me. Appoint, appoint, appoints, appoints, appointed, appointed, appointing, appointing. Let's go to the next slide. Assist, assist, assists, assists, assisted, assisted, assisting, assisting. Let's pronounce after me. Assist, assist, assists, assists, assisted, assisted, assisting, assisting. Let's go to the next slide. Assure, assure, assures, assures, assured, assured, assuring, assuring. Let's repeat after me. Assure, assures, assured, assuring. Let's go to the next slide. Avoid. So this is, I think, is the last slide. It's the verb avoid, avoid, avoids, avoids, avoided, avoided. The last word, avoiding, avoiding. Let's repeat after me. Avoid, avoid, avoids, avoids, avoided, avoided, avoiding, avoiding. That's the end of this pronunciation lesson 8. Until then, see you soon in lesson 9. Please support our channel by clicking like, writing a comment, small comment, sharing these videos with your family and friends, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Happy to serve you. It's goodbye from me.